There have been at least 5 major ice ages in Earth's history, and you'd better start adjusting right away, because a new ice age is about to start. So, get ready. Signs of this can already be seen. For instance, over the summer, several regions of Europe saw temperatures of above 46 Celsius, and it even snowed in the Sahara Desert. Oh, you think that's all? Well, it also snowed in South Africa, with temperatures dropping as low as -10 Celsius. With global warming flirting with us every day, how might a new ice age affect the world as we know it? What would life be like on a planet covered in ice? Will the Earth freeze over again? Well, to answer all this, we have to start at the beginning. But stick with us until the end of the video to find out what it would be like to live on an ice planet. Let's get things started by saying that an ice age has already begun on Earth. Yes, you heard that correctly. But fortunately for us, it's not something you need to be frightened about. At least, not yet. We're still in the weird first stage of the relationship, known as the interglacial period. And what is it, you may ask? So basically, an interglacial era is just a fancy way of saying not so cold time between ice ages. Think of it like a gigantic freezer full of ice cream. During an ice age, the freezer is stuffed with ice cream and is as cold as a polar bear's toes. During an interglacial period, however, the ice cream begins to melt and the freezer is no longer as cold. So basically, the Earth is like a giant old freezer, and during an interglacial area, the ice begins to melt and the climate warms. In other words, interglacial periods are a welcome momentary relief from the ice age. But don't get too comfy. The ice ages will return before you know it. And after this is through, it's not going to be winter is coming anymore. The real cold starts. The crazy thing is that during every ice age in Earth's history, global temperatures fell considerably below freezing on a worldwide scale. And it wasn't simply a few cold laps around the sun. It can take hundreds of millions of years for the Earth to defrost. The last ice age started around 2.6 million years ago and lasted approximately 11,700 years. During this time, much of the planet was covered in ice, including much of North America, Europe, and Asia. The Earth's climate frequently fluctuated between extremely cold times when glaciers covered a sizable portion of the globe, and extremely warm periods when much of the glaciers melted. Our world can undergo significant change as a result of ice ages. They reshape the environment, and they're responsible for the formation of new lakes and rivers. Plants and animals struggle for survival, either adapting or risking extinction. During the previous ice age, the ice sheets were incredibly huge, with some reaching more than a mile in thickness. They were so big that they deformed the Earth's crust, resulting in unusual landforms like U-shaped valleys and over-deepened lakes. And, as we mentioned earlier, the ice sheets created new landscapes and habitats, allowing plants and animals to migrate and adapt in ways they were unable to do before. The last ice age was also a time of exploration and discovery. It established the groundwork for the world we know today. So, next time you think about the last ice age, don't just think of it as a dull old era. Consider it a period of amazing transformation and excitement. So when will the next one be? By researching the preceding glacial epochs, scientists are currently working to discover that. They study previous climate trends and ice ages using evidences from ice cores, tree rings, and other sources. Studying ice samples from Greenland and Antarctica's permafrost can help us learn a lot about the previous 800,000 years. When we go to the bottom of the ocean, sediments can help us see even deeper, and it may go back millions of years, like a chronicle of all the Earth's past. Scientists discovered that the first Huronian ice age began around 2.4 billion years ago. Unfortunately, it's difficult to say for certain when the next ice age will begin. While the Earth's climate is constantly changing, the process of transitioning into an ice age takes thousands of years. In the past, ice ages have tended to occur at regular intervals, with the last one ending around 10,000 years ago. Based on this pattern, some scientists have predicted the next ice age could begin within the next 1,500 years. However, other factors, such as human activities and the greenhouse effect, could impact this timeline. Have you ever heard of the uplift weathering hypothesis? Proposed by researcher Maureen Ramo in 1988, this theory suggests that the movement of tectonic plates may play a role in cooling surface temperatures. When plate tectonics push up against mountain ranges, it exposes new rock that can easily be weathered and eroded, taking carbon dioxide with it as it falls into the oceans. This process, combined with the development of calcium carbonate shells by marine life, can help to remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere over time. While there is still much we don't know about the causes of ice ages, theories like the uplift weathering hypothesis can help us better understand the role that different factors may play. By learning more about our planet's history and the forces at work, we can be better equipped to navigate the challenges of the future. It's impossible to predict exactly what the next ice age will bring. Some experts say it could be a mild ice age, while others warn of the possibility of large swaths of the Earth turning into a desert. The main factor driving these potential changes is the increasing amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. These gases trap heat from the sun, causing the planet to warm up. If enough of these gases accumulate, the Earth could become a giant baked Alaska with a warm outer layer and a cold, icy interior. Despite all the uncertainty, one thing is clear: the Earth has a long history of alternating between cool and warm epochs. And according to the patterns we've seen in the past, winter is coming. It's up to us to be prepared for whatever challenges the next ice age brings. As we all know, predicting the future of our planet can be a daunting task. Even the most seasoned experts in the field of climate science can't be certain about what the next ice age will bring. Climate change is a topic that is on everyone's mind these days. While it's true that temperatures are projected to rise in the coming years, it's important to remember that this doesn't necessarily mean we're headed for disaster. In fact, some scientists believe that conditions in Australia in the future may be similar to those experienced during the last ice age, albeit through different climatic mechanisms. What does this mean for us? Well, it's likely that we'll see more hot days and even hotter days, as well as increased variability in rainfall. Cyclones may also become more intense in certain parts of the country, while arid regions may expand due to increasing evaporation inland. This could lead to dry spells becoming more common, especially in inland areas. In addition to these changes, rising sea levels are also a concern. It's estimated that sea levels will rise anywhere from 19 to 75 centimeters over the next century, with varying effects on different parts of the country. While all of these changes may seem daunting, it's important to remember that we have the power to make a difference. By taking steps to reduce our carbon emissions and prepare for the impacts of climate change, we can work towards a brighter, more sustainable future for all. Some say it could be mild and uneventful, while others warn of a more dramatic shift in our climate. One theory, as we said earlier, is that the Earth could become a sort of baked Alaska with a warm outer layer of atmosphere surrounding a cold and icy core. This is due to the massive amounts of greenhouse gases that are polluting our atmosphere, trapping heat, and preventing the sun's rays from reaching the surface. But, as always, there is a chance that the next ice age could take a completely different form. Like we said, some experts speculate that it could lead to a significant portion of the Earth becoming a giant desert. The truth is, we just don't know what the future holds. All we can do is prepare for whatever may come. The history of our planet is full of cold and warm epochs, and it's clear that winter is once again on the horizon. It's up to us to ensure that humanity is ready to weather whatever storm may come.